Stanley Blade just sprinted up onto the stage. Slash.
Okay, that's a little bit more crazy, actually.
Slap. 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 Mug. You mug.
This guy is like so Willie Mac coded.
If YouTube is going to kick off people like we've seen them kick off, why is this tolerated?
I'm hearing that Konstantin Kisin was almost by DGGers recently at his debate in London. I'm hearing terrible things, guys. I'm hearing horrible news. I know that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. So we're going to take a look. And we've got just the right person to tell us about it. First of all, actually, hopefully everyone knows who Konstantin Kisin and Destiny are. So yeah, Konstantin, obviously, you know, he's sort of like the main guy on Trigonometry. He's really the main guy on Trigonometry. And he debated Destiny in London about immigration, I believe. Now, I didn't cover that because I would probably agree with Destiny, and I think he's a disgusting lowlife. So I just avoid covering anything where I'm gonna support him. Now, this is a funny element to it, however. Warren Smith has posted a video today. You'll see it here, called "How Close Konstantin Kisin Came to Being Assassinated During His Debate with Destiny." So that sounds pretty crazy, guys. That sounds pretty crazy. Konstantin Kisin was close to being assassinated during his debate with Destiny. Now, I've seen a lot of Warren Smith before. Warren Smith is another guy that we love here. He's a pretentious, faux deep, sued hack, worthless idiot, MAGA grifter, who got popular for doing like these videos where he was like a high school teacher or something, and he did these like videos asking students about like J.K. Rowling and gender-neutral bathrooms and whatever the and one of them got shared on Twitter by Elon Musk, and he got a huge surge in popularity and took off from there. And he's made this video here. And so I look at this video and I go, well, I'm expecting this video to be him not really presenting anything, just sort of going like, yeah, so, and this is how he talks. I think that the temperature in America has just gotten really extreme. And actors like Destiny, with their audience, he'll just like talk about how Destiny calls for violence or something. Now, that's not the case. That's not the case. He's actually talking about an audience member at the debate, who apparently spoke about what he wanted to do to Konstantin Kisin on live stream. So let's take a look and see, is this a DGG talking about Konstantin Kisin? And is Destiny responsible? Let's take a look, guys. This is huge. Also, I'm going to have to AFK to get food in like 2 minutes.
Charlie Kirk killing.
This guy was sitting here feet away from Konstantin Kisin during his debate with Destiny. When you hear what he has to say, it is scary to think how this could have gone.
I was like fucking locked onto his eyes, and he kept like glancing down at me and then like breaking eye contact. Because I fucking hate the guy. I was just like, I wanted to kill him.
I stumbled upon this stream when I was just trying to research and understand the opposing view, and I was shocked by... What an idiot,
dude. No, what an idiot. So immediately, that's my first instinct on that is not that he's going to kill. It's just he is just expressing hatred in a comedic way. I often like to talk like this myself, so I can see it. He's just expressing hatred in a comedic way. I don't think so far he's actually saying he was going to do anything. However, this is incredibly fucking stupid to do on a live stream, it must be said, especially when you're actually there.
Some of the things this guy was saying. Keep in mind, this guy was sitting in Konstantin's eye line.
And I think he got distracted by that and didn't pay attention to a single thing. What I think said.
Yes, it is just talk, but there is something more disturbing beneath the surface here.
Right.
He's openly talking about wanting to assassinate Konstantin. This could have...
Well, I can imagine where he gets it from. Because I notice, you know, I've seen some people going around online being like, how is Destiny responsible for this? I mean, Destiny wouldn't approve of this.
I want to preface this video by stating that I was the only one that reached out to everyone about you saying like, hey, I wish this person, has this person been doxxed yet?
Yeah, for Anna, that's bullshit. for just doing like Kuihman, I'd kill him if I could. I'd choke the fucking house into it. Bro, I
Classic.
swear to God, if I quit streaming, I'm gonna fucking go on an assassination mission. Okay, these people
Where
are
did you
just
get it
disappearing
from,
one at a time.
guys?
Okay.
That's why this video.
Why is this misguided, wayward young man think it's okay to get on live stream and start talking about murdering people that he doesn't like from the internet? Why does he think it's so cool to get on and do that? I wonder who made him think that was smart. You get away with that in the UK. I wonder who made him think that was a good idea.
Gone very differently. He even has a box cutter or X-Acto knife.
Do you know what I should have done? Stanley Blades just fucking sprinted up onto the stage, slash Konstantin in the fucking jugular.
But he wants to kill him.
Okay, that's a little bit more crazy, actually. That's a little bit worse. That's worse than the first two. The first two where he's just aiming the gun and saying like, oh, you know, I hate him so much. That was a little bit like, you know, whatever. You know, I could totally see myself saying that. But actually saying like, I should have run up on the like, that's a different thing. That's a little bit different.
You can see the chat. They're all thinking the same thing, it seems. No one seems to be bothered by this because it has become so commonplace. He knows he can do this. YouTube's not going to do anything.
Done. Sorted. Prison forever on the one hand. Prison forever on the one hand. And then I should have gone. Then I should have gone woke jihad. Woke jihad. I should have gone for the white race or something. I don't know.
You could say, oh, okay, well, he just worded that poorly. It's just an expression, but he takes this much farther. Then he gets into, based on what happened to Charlie Kirk, this is what I have learned when it comes to how to kill conservatives.
No, I feel like my genuine psychopath thought that I've learned from the Charlie Kirk killing is if you are
Wow, you can't tell this guy's a Destiny viewer, can you?
going to assassinate a political target, then try to reduce the gore as much as possible so people can't sympathize with the bastard who's getting it. So you'd have to go up with like a cape and like cover him in a cape and do it cleanly under there, you know, like an abattoir.
So he's literally openly talking about assassinating political targets here. So the question is,
That is what he's doing.
Why? That's what I wanted to understand. That's why
We can always rely on Warren, can't we? Warren's always on the money, bro. Warren's always on the money. He's talking about assassinating political enemies. That is what was happening in the last 3 clips you played, Warren. Yes, we're 3 minutes into the video now.
Take the time to even look at these streams.
It's all like dog whistling. We need to secure a future for the white people.
He makes it very clear. His belief is Konstantin is a racist.
And all it is appealing or dog whistling to the stupidest voters. Like
You may not like him, but I'm not talking about this guy. I mean Warren. You may not like him, but he's right. You may not like him, but he's right.
Dumbest 10% of people who happen to be racist as well. Stick up for racism.
But then he talks about the real problem here is the weak white culture of the UK.
We simply don't have the white people stepping up and educating themselves in the right kinds of ways because of culture issues, I guess, because of the weak white culture.
Wow. He is the very thing he thinks he is fighting against. His entire analysis of Konstantin's ideas are absolutely mischaracterized. He's not contending with them at all. And then he uses those ideas as his justification.
Based on these fucking ideas, for me to vote for the Green candidate, you retard piece of shit, Konstantin. Slap, mug, you mug.
Well, the thing.
This provides us a window into this mentality, into the psychology of people like this. It's important to understand. It's important to see.
See, here's the thing, man. This guy could have totally used this. He's just been too retarded. If you got Warren to make this video and you weren't actually saying like shit that's totally deranged and you could defend it in some way, this would be great promotion. But instead, Konstantin Kisin is called, we'll get to this, Konstantin Kisin has reported this guy to the police. So this guy may be getting a fucking knock at the door, to be honest. This guy may actually get pulled in. It's the UK. You can't fuck around quite like you can in America. So
hadn't also at the same time had the doctrine.
A lot of this would be much easier to manage if I got on that stage, grab his fucking lapels, right, hip in, and fucking hip on, bang, right over. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about right over my hip. Konstantin's right over my hip. I've got his fucking lapel, bang.
I genuinely don't understand it. Even if you disagree with Konstantin, how could what he's saying upset you this much?
this guy is so Willie Mac coded. Do you know what I mean? This guy is like so Willie Mac coded.
Understand it. Even if you disagree with Konstantin, how could what he's saying upset you this much?
You're right.
He's like Willie Mac if Willie Mac wasn't like inbred as fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Disagree with Konstantin. How could what he's saying upset you this much?
You're right. You're right. You're right. By the lapels, fucking hoof. Right. I'm talking bang, and his whole body just goes bosh into the fucking wood. That's what I'm saying.
People will claim this guy doesn't have a massive reputation, okay? But we see these same ideas reflected at a higher level. Literally just yesterday, I stumbled on a stream where Destiny's head moderator is trying to talk to Destiny because he is concerned, because he is seeing too many calls for violence in their Discord server. And he's beginning to worry that people aren't actually joking.
Yesterday, I think Destiny referred to it as like kind of school shooter vibes going on as far as how people are talking in a way that makes people think that like not just radical and like I'm so tired of people saying like, well, Trump.
Wait till Warren finds out that after they had a campaigning event, that they had to do a whole big stream discussing how the community had issues talking to women and leaving women alone when they're trying to do things other than talk to men. Wait till Warren finds that.
They had radicalized me. You should be radical under Trump. I'm talking about radical as in like gonna cause violence in a way that isn't what everybody thinks it is kind of way. And I know like your argument is like, well, people like Trump and
yeah, dude, honestly, Destiny did not realize how good he had it with Forethought. Forethought was like, you know, as much as he was a total power tripping, you know, fucking there were like 3 different words that came into my head to say that, and I can't say any of them. But you know. Drizzy, BBL Forethought. BBL Forethought. At least he could kind of interact online. That was one of them. At least he could kind of interact online, you know. He could kind of do it. He could throw jokes out. You know, he could kind of fit in with the DGG crowd. This guy's like a total sped. This guy's like a total fucking retard.
things like that. Like they can say this stuff openly, and like I completely understand that argument. My
Forethought left because he got like brigaded out. He got like brigaded out by Dan, right?
Is that people aren't taking this serious, and if they are taking it serious and they are meaning the words that they're saying and they're not joking, that is the problem.
Okay.
Everyone's joking though.
But everybody's not joking though. My concern is that we are vastly approaching like point of no return in our own rhetoric within the community, and I think that it is being furthered by us not addressing it.
I'm forced to ask myself, how is...
Dude, I hate Warren's videos so much. The fucking music comes in. The music comes in. I hate these videos, bro.
Being furthered by us not addressing it.
I'm forced to ask myself, how is this... If YouTube is going to kick off people like we've seen them kick off, why is this tolerated?
Thank you.
Wait, Warren calling for Destiny's ban? Or just this guy?
Yeah, Konstantin.
I mean, we introduced new things, so I don't know. I don't know what the monoculture is.
People are going to claim, yeah, but this guy's not famous. He's not, no one really knows who he is. That's why. But how is that even relevant?
And multiculturalism, which have, instead of creating a monoculture into which people are encouraged to buy in and integrate, have instead created a society in which people are encouraged to see themselves as members of an individual community.
He fails to see that he is the very thing he thinks his opponents are.
About 40 died. But this is what I hate about these people, is like they make a career, right? They make a career out of violent and aggressive politics and riling it up and stoking it up.
So therefore we should take them out because they're riling things up. They're too full of hatred.
Like, it's just like, you're not only do you make your own life hard when you do shit like this, you're letting the team down. Let's be serious. You're letting the team down. For better or for worse, you know, I absolutely fucking hate, you know, DGG and Destiny and all these fucking losers, and this guy seems like a total queer. But unfortunately, we are in basically the exact same strain of politics, and probably agree on like 95% of things. So they're kind of on the team in a way. They're going to be viewed as on the team by other people, and you make everyone, even as far as lefties, right? Even as far as like lefties, they're going to be on the same team to righties. And it's just like, you make it look so bad. You just give, you're like the trans person doing the strip show for all ages. Do you know what I mean? You're the trans person doing the strip show for all ages. That's what you are. You need to just don't give them that. Just don't give them that. Why are you giving them that?
So we should hate them.
And then they're like, "Oh, thank you for letting me discuss the ideas." And
I was actually trying not to read
it.
I still have not read the promised message because I was avoiding reading it.
Bullshit.
Oh, so they're ruining your country, but Konstantin can't have concerns about people ruining his country.
I think that concepts like England were created in order for monarchs to consolidate power in their kingdoms.
And if this continues, it will only get worse.
And this could have gone very differently. How do people get to the point of what you're saying in this video? Well, it all comes down to the laws of narrative. There's always going to be people that wish you harm. You just have to learn how to spot them. And if you're interested in these concepts, I do have a book coming out in August. I've been working on this for 2 years. I began writing it when I was still a high school teacher. It's meant to be more of a methodology. The reality is we have opponents every day.
It transitions
wanted to be
into
that kind of book that people...
Buy my ebook.